Before I begin this video, I've got two disclaimers. Disclaimer number one, there are no shortcuts to confidence. I know, I love shortcuts too, and I come to YouTube almost daily for shortcuts and tips. Confidence is not built overnight, and confidence is not a choice that you can easily access. If you want more on this topic, check out my video entitled, Is Confidence a Choice? While there are no shortcuts to confidence, there are hacks. There are ways that you can remind your brain and your body that you do already have the confidence that you have built. This video gives you some hacks to be able to quickly access your confidence, the confidence that you have already built over time, in just a moment's notice. Disclaimer number two, you are going to look, sound, and feel silly. That's just the reality of these hacks. They are a break in a pattern that signals to your brain that something needs to shift. And yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable. But one of my primary communication mantras is, the more uncomfortable it feels, the better it looks. So, if you are willing to put in the work, the daily work to build up your confidence, and you are willing to look, feel, and sound a little silly, then keep watching as I explain all of these hacks to your confidence. Hack number one, safe and smiling. Whenever you are in a high-stakes speaking situation, your body is automatically going into fight, flight, or freeze mode. That's a good thing, because it's reminding you that this moment matters and the people that you are speaking to matter. But your body is not in charge. Your brain is. Your conscious mind is. Simply saying the words, I am safe, with a smile, will trigger your brain into recognizing that you are indeed safe. And maybe we don't need to pump out as much adrenaline, as much nervous energy to you as initially thought of. Remember, nobody smiles and says, I am safe, when they are actually physically in danger. There's not time or context for that. So if you're starting to say that, if you start to smile and say, I am safe, out loud to yourself, your brain will hear you and will calm your nerves down. Hack number two, power poses. If you haven't yet seen Amy Cuddy's famous TED Talk entitled, Your Body Language May Shape Who You Are, now is the time to do that. Amy Cuddy, who happens to be one of my heroes, clearly articulates how standing in a particular way, especially before a high-stakes speaking situation, will release the right chemicals, the right hormones into your body to relax you and make you feel powerful and confident. Every single time that I give a speech in person, I excuse myself about a half an hour beforehand. I go find an empty bathroom stall and I do the famous Wonder Woman pose or victory pose. Do I feel silly? Absolutely I feel silly. Do I sense ridiculousness happening? Without question, I do. Does it make me feel better? Every single time.
Hack number three, pencil in your mouth trick. Now, I know you are probably going to need to read the captions in this video to fully understand me. What I have done is I have taken a classic number 2 pencil and I have put it in the very back of my mouth like this. If I do not over-enunciate, you will not be able to understand me. Let me show you. Do you see? It is very difficult to understand me. And notice my facial expressions as well. I am having to over-express myself. I am turning up the dial on my facial expressions so that I can clearly articulate it. Now, watch what happens when I take the pencil out of my mouth.
First of all, it is a little gross. But what has happened is that all of the muscles in my face have been stretched out and have been warmed up. And because I had to over-enunciate while I was speaking with a pencil in my mouth, I am now clearly over enunciating and also projecting my voice even louder. Is it a bit silly? Yeah. Kind of gross? Absolutely. Effective? Try it out. I bet you will see that it is. Hack 4, the invisible coach. I have a hard time sitting still, and I have a hard time slowing down when I speak. This is true when I'm recording YouTube videos or when I'm delivering live keynotes. I am very well aware of this flaw in my communication, and I just wish that there was a way that my coach could be standing right next to me, whispering in my ear, "Hey Eric, slow down, slow down, stop moving. You're doing great, by the way." But unfortunately, most event planners have rejected the fact that I want my coach up there with me. So I have a few strategies to bring my coach up with me without actually bringing him up. Number 1 is I wear a watch. Now, wearing a watch isn't necessarily odd, but it's odd to me. I never, ever wear a watch. I wear it not just for practical purposes because it helps me keep time, but because the odd feeling on my wrist and the discomfort is my invisible coach saying, "Slow down, stop moving, you're doing great," every time I feel my watch. The second way that you can approach this hack is with a simple box of tissues. What you do is you take a few tissues, wad them up, and put them in the heel of your shoe. This should be a little uncomfortable, but not painful. Every time you step on this wad of tissues, that's your coach reminding you to slow down, to not move as much, and that you're doing great. The benefit to that strategy is nobody sees it and nobody knows. The final hack is this, right here. An acupressure ring. These are about $10 for a pack of 10 on Amazon and are one of the best investments that you can make to managing your anxiety and building your confidence. They're just a little bit uncomfortable and a little bit painful. In fact, when I pinch it just like this, it kind of creates a little bit of a stinging sensation. But nobody is distracted by that, especially if I have it off camera. And if I'm performing in front of a live audience, again, no one's necessarily going to recognize or comment on this particular item that I am holding. If they do, it's a fantastic opportunity to be vulnerable with your audience and say, "Hey, you know what? When I speak, I get very excited and very nervous. And this is a way for me to release all of my nervous and excited energy into one place so that I am serving you the best that I can." A bonus hack is what I'm wearing here. I suited up for this video as I suit up for all of my keynote speeches and workshops because it reminds me that what I'm about to do is important. It is something unique, something different, something that signifies to your brain that you are leveling up. And leveling up is always going to take a certain amount of discomfort. Many people think that just because I am a professional speaker and because I've been speaking for over 25 years, that I don't get nervous. That's very far from the truth. I get nervous every time I walk on stage. I get nervous every time I hit record on these videos. I get nervous because it matters. These nerves are 100% natural. But what I don't want is I don't want those nerves impeding my message. And I want to transform those nerves, those fears, into fuel. So I use these strategies, these little hacks to remind my brain that I have been here before, I have shown up powerfully and confident in these contexts before, and this is no different. I would love for you to try out these hacks and drop in the comments. How did you experience them? What did you think? What were some of the hacks that worked better than others? And as always, don't forget to hit subscribe for all content related to communications, confidence, and storytelling. Until next time, remember to get yourself off of mute and speak up your story.